And we are live. Yes, that's right. It's Saturday night. It's approximately 7 p.m. and it is Cardboard Odysseys here chatting it up on Cardboard Conversation. So thank you, Bob. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, everybody in the audience for showing up. Time Capsule, as always. We love seeing you here in the chat live with us. So
appreciate your enthusiasm, my friend.
Right?
I mean it.
He's here. Nice.
You know, my friends are trying to steal me again for a third week in a row.
What?
I know, they keep trying to make plans on Saturdays, and they're like guilt tripping me for not going. And I'm like, I have a podcast I'm supposed to be doing. I was sick one week and had a board game the next, and then, do you want to go to 16-bit? And I'm like, not really.
Ooh, what's that though? I mean, hey,
it's an arcade bar, and basically arcade bar.
Okay, that does
there's like a bunch of arcades everywhere. I mean, I wouldn't if it wasn't on a Saturday, I probably would have went. But
I feel you. Hey, we're just that cool, so I appreciate you staying with us, man.
I have a commitment with the bros that I gotta,
Aw, what a guy.
Gotta play. So, do we want to do the tax conversation first?
It's up to you guys. I don't care. I think that might be a little heavy to lead with. I think people would enjoy watching. Spoilers and our take.
We're going to get a flood of viewers, and if we're talking about tax forms, when like 30 people show up,
opening the tax forms, like people are like, oh, snooze fest.
Yeah, I work in government. I can guarantee you, no one wants to talk about this shit.
Well, it's important though to know, especially for the community. So even though it's going to be taxes, folks, I think you might want to tune in, especially if you sell any amount of cards or sealed product,
or
you're probably going to want to know the specifics.
I mean, I got rid of my old Quest unit, and that was a couple of $100. Sure. Easily shot me right up on the list. That definitely messed me up last year.
Or furniture, or anything. Old clothes, furniture, Etsy, anything, eBay. You want to stay tuned in for the tax talk we're going to have a little bit later. But I think we should open with something a little bit more fun. I'm not sure which one of us wants to go ahead and bring up the spoiler list now that it's all completely spoiled and people have been opening product. Have you guys caught any of the product opening? I have watched a little bit of it.
Nope.
I've seen a little here and there, mostly just background stuff. It seems difficult to pull the expensive cards, which is
surprise,
what you kind of expect, and that's why they're expensive. But I think people, as always, are going to be shocked with the frequency of a lot of cards. So the traditional rapid downfall, I mean, we are still a week out, so it's just the collector stores, things like that.
Are we really a week out?
Yes.
We say that we're a week out from official release, but when they're sending products to the ambassadors, when people have already been going to pre-releases, it's not really a week out. If you were a content creator opening product by release date, you've already missed the window in the hype cycle.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they've got to get those pre-orders up. So all the suckers that, want to spend multiple hundreds of dollars on a fancy foiled out card. This is the time where fools and money part.
Well, I'm just saying, as far as what they've established as the new hype cycle, is that fair enough to put it that way? That, kind of the cadence is, the dude in, where is he? New Zealand or Australia always seems to open first.
Yo, for real. Gosh. Yeah.
Like that seems to be the thing. That dude or that store, or whatever you want to call them. Then, the ambassadors seem to get their products, like the Martitious Magic and not really so much the Joey Moss, because he seems to be subject to his local LGS giving him product to open. But other ambassadors have been opening it. I think the earliest one I saw was actually a play pack from like 2 weeks ago. I was like, damn, that's pretty early.
I mean, our LGS said to me that I could get the product as early as he gets it, as long as I only do what he's like. As long as you're following what everybody else is doing online, I don't care what you do. So I really could get the stuff earlier if I really wanted to, and if I wanted to pay LGS prices.
Yeah,
sometimes they're fine, but I'm not super worried about getting it early.
Looking at the card prices, it doesn't.
There's a very steep drop off. I mean, it goes from $350 to $60.
Well, but even at that, when we look at the previous sets, even with Spider-Man, which was generally kind of maligned. The hype cards aren't even that.
But this might not be the whole
hype.
list. Like there might be that weird split stuff that they do with some cards.
I'm
Rebecca, glad
just
to
saying.
have you here. Are you excited about Avatar? Are you a Magic fan, or did the anime bring you over? I wonder.
I do like the fact that this is an IP that seems to be much beloved by a decent amount of the Magic audience.
Oh yeah, this seems like it's really hitting. I mean, when we compare to Doctor Who, right? I was actively against this. At least I'm not like aligned either way with this set, even though I've got a lot of my neckbeard buddies that are, honestly going, kettle over pot for this. They're quite excited.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's, for whatever reason, and I don't know why, you're right. I think it's not offending as many people, and I don't know if we're just becoming desensitized, that crowd that's, pitchforks and torches about, F the universe is beyond, if they're just beginning to accept it now. I don't know. I don't think any of the three of us, outside of just like specific distaste towards like the SpongeBob or whatever personal taste, I don't think we've been particularly against Universes Beyond. Is that an accurate
as an Xbox Pro for life? I was really disappointed that we got a PlayStation Secret Lair crossover. I want to see everything's an Xbox nowadays. Honestly, they've lost their brand integrity. So I'm not sure why we haven't seen a Master Chief, Secret Lair quite yet. Calling that one less than a year, we're going to see an Xbox Secret Lair.
Well, there was an article that stated they basically said, if you think a product makes sense to be a crossover in Magic, it will be there. Like he basically stated that everything you want will come. In one,
I doubt that.
Whether it's part of a set or if it's part of a Secret Lair. I mean, we've got Dwight from The Office. I mean, like we're getting to the point where like everything you want, you're probably gonna get.
We're gonna have a cardboard
stuff like combat stuff like that. Like you're probably gonna get stuff like that. I mean, that's pretty.
Well, kind of the stuff that I want, I don't think is even on their radar.
What, like the Scooby Doo crossover?
No, like have you ever seen? I think it was Tim Burton. I think it was Tim Burton that made the series or the movie 9.
Oh yeah, with the little puppets that have a part of somebody's soul in it.
Yeah. I dug that. I would love to see a Secret Lair with that. I would so buy it.
I think they're going to have a Tim Burton's crossover.
All the Tim Burton stuff. Like honestly,
maybe, but
do Tim Burton Secret Lair, and it's just like
I would be down with it. I don't know if that is that his movie though. I don't remember.
Funny thing, Tim Burton gets a lot of credit, but it's really that he opened a production studio after Edward Scissorhands, and he got production rights. So his name's on a lot of stuff that he didn't really have hands on.
Well, either way, I think it would make a great artistic Secret Lair. I wouldn't want to see like there's not enough material there to make like a full on set, and the same with my next. I would be very up for is the Secrets of Nim cartoon, and I think both of those have a very similar element that I think does have some connection to magic, in that they're both kind of supernatural magic based.
Secret of Nim is like very fey. That's definitely a Lorwyn adjacent area. Especially with like the planar crossover, I could definitely see that being something. Even in the movie, you've got that clash of fantasy and mechanical,
and humans with. So I think you could even blend the two, where you draw human, because when we've seen it before with like the Fae, it's not really there's not a human presence, right? But in the Secret of Nim, you could, with like the farmers and the soldiers and the people running the lab and all that kind of stuff, you could have. Humans crossing over into the furry world, if you will, as well. Anyways, I think it would make a great Secret Lair. I'd like to see it. I doubt, like I said, those are kind of, I think, a little too niche to be on Chris Cox's big radar.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's a maybe.
But I'm sure there's much, we haven't even begun to touch the tip of the iceberg for like huge IPs. There are a lot of still Big
I mean, I'm
IPs
definitely
out there.
getting the Pat will finally get the Mortal Kombat secret lair he's wished for so long. Dream
I mean, it
come
could be a
true.
full set. There's a lot of Mortal Kombats.
There's so many Mortal. They just like had to restart. I think they got to like 12 and like, nah, we Mortal Kombat 1. We're starting all over.
Plenty of movies. There's
Yeah, the
You got
movies are
Aliens, you got
good.
Predator.
I'm actually really looking forward to Mortal Kombat, the new one coming up. Yeah, it looks really fun. Like the right amount of camp. Yeah, honestly, that would be a great crossover. Sorry,
Like I said, you know, there are huge. Like I could even see like a North Pole crossover with like the magic of Santa and his elves and all that during like, and make it a snowbound set. You know,
the
like
freaking Polar Express crossover for no
well,
good
make
reason.
it the next. You know, we seem to get very infrequent snow sets, but you could do it that way and make like a super dope Santa Claus or Santa's sleigh or his magic sack. You know,
Santa's magic sack.
Santa's magic sack. I would love to own that card. But you understand what I'm saying? Like there are just big things that they haven't even touched yet that they could dip into for a long time that don't necessarily have to be like specific movies or TV series. You know, there's just all kinds of lore they could dip into that we just really haven't even seen yet. Like they did some of that with like the Pharaoh stuff.
With how much they're leaning into it, Bob. I mean, kind of as the finance guy in the channel, do you think that with how heavy they have been and intend to increasingly so dip into other people's IPs, this has got to affect their bottom line with like how much money goes out the door to get access to this stuff?
I mean, when you start talking about IP crossovers and that kind of stuff, affecting their bottom line, that's going to depend on how good the deals were that they inked, right? Like that's general finances. And without them being transparent and sharing any of those details with us, the deal that they had with Doctor Who could be structured entirely different from the Lord of the Rings. It's entirely different from Marvel. That's entirely different from Warhammer 40K. And I'm sure the percentages vary from IP to IP. So how much that affects what WotC does, I don't know. And I don't think we're ever going to know. They don't even share their own production numbers when they're talking about in-universe stuff. I know that they have stated before on more than one occasion in their quarterly reports for Hasbro that Magic is its biggest profit margin segment in the company.
Well, I mean, I can't imagine Battleship, the board game, is really winning them a bunch of numbers. Yeah.
Well, it's.
I don't know how many times I need to buy Monopoly.
But there's a difference there. You're talking about total revenue. They specifically stated profit margin. Which let's translate that for the audience. Like, the amount of money percentage they make per unit produced, right? So they make an extreme profit margin on Magic compared to making Peppa Pig or Monopoly. You know, so
well, I mean, that's what happens when you sell gambling to children. It does really well. Hashtag loot box life, baby.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, I think I'm on a positive note here, so I'm going to try not to.
No, I'm positively going to beat my nephew's ass if he does that again. Like, I'm just...
I feel you, but you know, financial responsibility has to be everybody's.
Don't give your kids cell phones. Like, I mean, it's terrible nowadays. Gen Alpha, I worry for the universe.
It's certainly something special.
Some challenges out there, right?
Speaking of challenges, Bob, it seems like you were challenged to find some good cards out of the new Avatar set. Is it just you were not interested in it, or were there no cards that like jumped out at you? Not to put you on the spot.
There are none that truly jumped out at me, but to be quite honest, I haven't been following it that closely. And the unfortunate reason for that is, to some extent, you know, I'm as guilty as most of the people in the audience, shocking as it might be. I want to keep buying stuff for different reasons than most people who want to crack it and open it. You know, I like to look at the shit sitting on my shelf. I don't like to see it sitting on myself. I like to see it sitting on my shelf. But
pile full of cards.
You know, they are getting to be too expensive for trinkets and baubles to hang on my shelves. the boxes have gotten, unless they're a failure of a set like Spider-Man, when they drop them down to what I find an acceptable and reasonable price at $100 a box. Look, we even saw that. I posted the link to you guys. I think I even shared it with a few of the audience members. And still, I don't think people are buying them. But we're considering, or at least when I say we, not me, considering buying boxes like Avatar for play boosters between $175 and $200. We're late enough in the show. Get the fuck out of here. That's too expensive for my blood for a box that's going to sit and collect dust on my shelves.
Yeah, I'm looking at TCG Player now. It's just under 170 for a play booster of Avatar Last Airbender. And then you got to add in shipping and taxes.
Sure.
So for me, that's close to 200 already.
And I'm willing at like the 100-ish mark to buy boxes for future. I don't know what the F I'm buying them for. You guys know this to look at. But maybe I'm starting to consider, with some of the tax stuff I found, a different path. I do like the one that's behind me. I can try to share that one. I know I'd seen this before. I think this got spoiled kind of early on. Let me try to put it in that skinny format so that it doesn't wreck the display here. But it is Appa, the Steadfast Guardian, and I'll go over what it does and kind of why I like it a bit. Understand, I'm a player that really is not super competitive. I am sharing it, by the way. I think.
Shazam.
So
TCG dude.
It is a Bison ally. So I like that they're making more ally creatures, which was a concern. I think we looked at, like, there are not a lot of allies. I thought there were, but I don't think prior to The Last Airbender that, I don't know if we saw any allies as a creature type.
Not a
ton.
I'm sorry?
Not a ton.
But it's flash. I dig that. That's great. A flash flying 3/4 for 4. And so, I mean, would you guys say that that's overcosted even for a flash flying 3/4?
It's not overcosted. It's just not a great deal. At that point, you'd probably be seeing it at uncommon.
Well, it's the same as Restoration Angel used to cost. It's the same cost. It's the same 3/4. It's a flyer. It has flash and it bounces something. It's just a power crept Restoration Angel.
Well, it doesn't bounce something.
That's what I'm saying. It's a power crept Restoration Angel.
It bounces as many permanents as you have, non-land permanents. Let's put it that way. And if you want those to,
as you want,
yeah. So it's selectable. It's not all of them, but you can bounce as many as you have if they have ETB effects. I think that that's pretty strong, if you ask me, honestly. Especially in like my shenanigans, Tulane decks where I like things to have a lot of ETB triggers. It fits in my Bant color pie, right? So this definitely is going into my hug deck. Now I know that's kind of perverse because I specify my preferred type of playing is Commander Raids, and this helps bounce things that have ETB effects that help the rest of the team, like the Drifting Djinn, where every time it enters, anybody else can draw 3 cards. I have other ETB effects on other creatures. I play Eternal Witness in that deck. With Flash, that means when the raid monster does something dastardly, I can save basically my entire board with this. So I think it's got a lot of power for me. And then even when you put those things back into play, now you do have to pay 2 for anything you exile to bring it back. That is sort of a downfall. But even still, I think that's strong enough, to warrant a spot in my Commander Raids deck. So this is the one that jumps out at me most, that I truly want the most. I don't think it's going to be expensive. I think this is going to be ultimately, 6 months from now. Yeah, but 6 months from now, maybe $5. I like it. What about you guys? You got anything that you're targeting?
I actually have a card surprisingly similar to that that you might dig. Let me go ahead and try and present this. I know I can do it. I know I can do it. Here we go. Boop-a-doo. It's also a white card. That's 2 and 2 white, but this one's a sorcery. This is Avatar's Wrath. Choose up to 1 target creature, then airbend all other creatures. Until your next turn, your opponents cannot cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Exile this card. I think that that's pretty darn interesting. I mean, as a white board wipe, this is very thematic. It's not going to kill all those other creatures. They're still getting the chance to get played again.
Well,
but
unless they're tokens.
Exactly. And this actually works really well in Commander raids to, just tack onto that, because our opponent is definitely not casting spells from their hand.
True.
Yeah, so I mean, just for that, plus on top of it, I mean, it's a fun little card for the price on it, it being a pretty low-costed board wipe. I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah, I like it.
Shazam!
They've given a lot of white cards more flicker power, which it didn't really need help, but
yeah, right.
Here we are.
Well, wait a second. I mean, if you'd have gone rewound the Hands of Time just 3 years ago, they would say, "Oh yeah, white's absolutely the weakest color in Magic."
I don't know if that would still be wrong, though.
I don't know. I think they've definitely designed some power.
I mean, okay, right now, I mean, are we talking standard, commander, modern? What are our prerequisites?
All of them. I think that they've hit all the fronts.
Okay, well, red's the strongest, right? I mean, modern red, because not modern capital M. I just mean the more current iteration. I would say of what
in 1v1 standard red deck wins is kind of gross.
Well, yeah, but it's guaranteed that's a win pretty much every time. And then even in Commander, red being able to make treasures the way it does, it's got
well, if they unban Dockside, yeah.
I mean, I think red, flush with riches, maybe green right up there with it. I mean,
my thought process with the ban list, I think they might actually just unban everything and let the format and see. Like they might do like we want to test on banning everything, and then we're going to wait. We're going to have like a quicker banning response so that people can understand that, like, since those cards were banned, the format has changed significantly since then. How are they now?
Ooh,
I think the ones are banned for financial reasons will never be unbanned. Meaning the Power 9.
Oh yeah.
Just get them off the ban list. People proxy them anyways.
That's my take. Rule 0, baby. Let's go. Like, Rule 0
it makes it honestly a lot simpler. When I got back into Magic, a couple years back, I had made a deck like I thought this is how you play Magic. You can put 4 of any card, blah blah blah, right? Come to realize that's what modern is. So as I was like putting my deck together again, I was like, okay, I'm going to play modern. Yeah, that's not really cool for someone like coming back to Magic. So I got into Commander and then was realizing, there are all these ban lists that sometimes something's legal in one format, but not the next. And there's like 8 to 80 different formats in Magic, depending on how you look at it. So it's quite difficult to keep track of all that. So, I mean, to Matt's point, unban everything. To your point, Bob, have a conversation about what your deck does and, the parameters of its execution. I think if we have stuff like that, then yeah, maintaining a ban list, you could definitely make it a heck of a lot easier by just saying, let's start fresh.
Well, I think you run into a problem with the things that are clearly just too OP that end up being auto includes like all of your Moxen, right? You just put like you unban it. It's a proxy format. Put all the Moxen in every deck. That's going to get old real quick. Huh?
Hell yeah.
1 blue mana, draw 3 cards.
Hell yeah.
2 blue mana, take an extra turn.
That exists with a little extra hoops.
Well, realistically, I don't care if it costs like 2 blue. I don't care if it costs 0 and it just says take an extra turn, pat yourself on the back. You're the coolest one at the table. We just wouldn't allow that card in any of the
you guys are marking up the wrong tree here. I've been saying Huntman at all for forever, and surprisingly to a lot of people, I'd say also abolish the reserve list.
Yep, get it out of here.
And
yeah,
thank you for the comments in the section here. It looks like Zendikar Rising and some of the previous Zendikar sets had touched on some of the ally mechanics.
I think we looked at it and there were a few, but not a lot, right? So what I'm getting at, and I think we're kind of losing the trees through the forest here, is that it's good to see. I like when typal or tribal get more support.
Well, speaking of, Matt pulled out another great card. So, I mean, these are some creature sets that you just don't see a whole heck of a lot.
Was your card a
I don't know about Badger Mole being a typal that we've seen before.
Well, that's what I mean. Is this set's got some wild stuff. I've seen like wild boar, oxen, sheep cards. Like they had one that was just like barnyard full of random animals. I'll see if I can find the card, but it's legitimately just a fantasy barnyard full of freaking animals, and it's got like every archetype at the bottom.
So the thing that I like about this card, and really I like about Earthbound in general, normally they have the mechanic where it's like you can animate a land. That's like nothing special. That's very standard. But when you animate that land is very dangerous, or it is in much more danger than it was because now it's a creature. It can die to board wipes, blah, blah, blah. Whenever you Earthbend, you make it a land, but then when it dies or is exiled, it goes to the battlefield tapped. So like any land you animate via this Earthbend is just like super giga safe. Like they're like very small. There's a very small amount of things that can actually remove it without triggering this kind of return it to the battlefield tap thing, which is pretty awesome. And then whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional green. Like that's pretty. I mean, that's like, I don't know. That's pretty busted. It makes like Dryad Arbor. Like that's pretty good.
So
that's green.
If you get rid of this and something was turned into that, does that return from exile?
Yeah,
still happen because it was when this card was present. It got imprinted on the card. Okay.
So that's realistically they probably should have had an Earthbend counter or something. I don't really know how the game. I don't know how you're supposed to keep track of, because like if you mix Earthbending with normal animation of lands, like I wonder how do you keep track of what was Earthbended and what wasn't? That's a little annoying.
Or what if it was what if it was a creature land before you Earthbended it?
As long as it's a land, you can just make it a 0/0 land. Like you can just make it a 0/0. You can just put a counter on it, basically. So like if you had a Dryad Arbor, you could make it a 2/2. Although it says it becomes a 0/0 with haste, so it would probably override Dryad Arbor's 1/1, and it would just become a 1/1, which is awkward.
Well, it's an interesting card for sure, and so like I mean. That is an Uber bear, right?
Yeah.
2/2 for 2.
No, it's a Badger Mole.
Well, but everything that the 2/2 for 2, they call it a bear.
It's just
a better bear.
Better bears. Okay. Well, I was having a conversation, honestly, about like the ramping up of Magic over just the last couple of years. A lot of my coworkers have been getting back into it. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. And the whole idea of what used to be just like a vanilla 2/2, man, you would never. That has to be a token. Like there was no way. I mean, if it were 0, honestly, if it were 0 on a 2/2, like a bear, and it was just 0 cost, it's a creature bear. Nothing for the text, and it's a 2/2. I don't know if I'd put that in my deck, like in any deck. Like that's kind of just of a waste of a space of a better card. Like,
well, with this one though, like we didn't even mention. It's funny that we went all in on the Earthbending part of it. I bet this makes its way into a bunch of elf decks as well.
I was thinking that, yeah,
double green. It's what's that commander where he makes all of your mana tap for double? Kai
Tyvar?
No.
There is also a great spell where you get to create a bunch of pretty much like copies of Dryad Arbor. Forget the name of the card once you put enough mana into it. So
well, but what I think we're missing here is that you can easily turn all of your lands into creatures.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is the great part about this is all of your creatures, because you're playing in the Avatar set, you're getting so much of this earthbending action. So there's a heck of a lot of payoff, even though this is just the one on it. You don't have to jump through all those hoops just because of the frequency.
Even outside of the earthbending, like when you play, what's that big green guy that makes every creature a land as well?
I don't know.
I play him in my green deck. Somebody in the audience help me. But there's a big old green creature. It might be from Zendikar Rising that turns all of your creatures also into land, so everything becomes a mana dork. And then it gets like power equal to the number of your lands, power and toughness equal to the number of your lands. I think he's expensive, like a 7 cost though, something like that.
But yeah.
But as soon as you do that, right? All your creatures suddenly get buffed by this. What's the thing that turns all your lands into creatures? Yeah, Ashaya. That's it. Thank you, TCG dude.
The fourth one, yeah.
But there's also, plenty of things that turn your lands into creatures, right? Even if until the end of turn. So not only would they tap for their normal mana, but they would, tap for an additional mana. Like there's just a lot of ways that this card is very, very strong.
And it's only 2 mana.
Yeah, I would expect this will be a lot more expensive than my Appa.
Yeah. And I've got another card, since we're staying on the theme here of talking about mana generation as well. Pretty low costed, similar to the Badger Mole there. For 1 in a green, we're getting a 2/3 Human Scout ally. We're seeing more allies here. Each land and ally you control has tap, add 1 mana of any color. So, I mean, in general, for green, of course, it's going to be relating to mana fixing, ramp, as it were. I think this is a solid little addition to a lot of decks. This is
and it's an
cool
ally.
card.
It's interesting that it affects both allies, and it affects just any lands matter decks or any really multicolored decks that want to do fixing.
Oh, sure. This is definite Mr. Fix It.
I mean, this is
and
cheaper
it's a
than Chromatic
2/3
Lantern,
too.
right?
That's right. So it's going to get around a lot of removal.
It doesn't just die to just a random ping from like Orcish Bowmaster or anything like that.
Or there's a lot of things that do like -2/-2.
And don't worry, Benson, I see your comments. We're going to be talking about Flesh and Blood just a little bit later. It's going to be a short section because nobody cares but you.
Speaking about short,
I have a friend that's like you, where he doesn't want anything but Magic the Gathering IP in Magic the Gathering, and I don't get it personally, but I know that there are people out there that actually do super care about the universes within. I just don't know how the game is ruined for you when they are introduced into, like, when Universes Beyond is introduced into the game. It's like, yes, like you can try to like go with like the lore, like, well, that would never happen because that can't exist in the world. But at the same time, Wizard is making the world. Like they've made everything up. It's all fake. So in theory, they could just be like, instead of adding Avatar, they could just make the Avatar world and don't call it Avatar, just call it anything else, and it's still.
We're just going to call it Strixhaven instead of Harry Potter.
Exactly. Strixhaven is just Harry Potter. We all know this, but like it's accepted because it's.
Well, it was
technically
Harry Potter until what's her name got in trouble for
until J.K. Rowling said something about transsexuals, and that usually doesn't pan out well. Except she's still what billionaire.
Yeah, I'm sure her life is ruined. That Magic got turned into.
She's never financially recovered.
Yeah, I'll never recover. But I think this solid little card. I think this is honestly, there are a pretty interesting number of just like 99 cards. Just little things that it might not be what brings you to the set, but if you get your hands on some of these, I think you'll be happy with it. Similar with this guy. I mean, we're kicking back to Lessons, but for 2. And you can kicker it, whatever, but 2 colorless. I mean, search your library for a basic land card. If you kicked it, also get a shrine. Put it in one in your hand, one in the battlefield. Like Reveal those cards. Put them in your
He's
hand.
got a lot of fucking help this set as well.
Yeah, like
I actually kind of want to make a shrines deck. I don't know. We'll see.
You know, speaking about
Nine Fingers
shrines and lessons and learning, we need to learn to get a little bit better on selling ourselves here on this channel. That's right. It's that time of the podcast.
Right. Yeah.
Look, if you like what we're saying here and you haven't already hit the like button, please do that at a minimum. If you really like or even hate what we're saying, please engage in the chat over there. You know, that helps us out. Or if you're watching this ex post facto, after the fact, please give us your thoughts on what we're saying. Tell us what you like about what we're saying and what you don't. You don't always have to agree with us, but by letting us know, then we can help shape the format of our videos and our show. We're probably still going to be who we are, but we can approach things in a way that is more palatable for more people out there. But we need you to tell us in the comments. And if you really, really like what we're doing, Matt, what can they do?
They could,
become
subscribe or something.
Well, okay.
A channel member, Matt.
That was an excellent response, Matt. All right, Pat, you want to pick that one up?
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, do I want to pick it up? I am a paid member. Yes, that's right. Not only do I actually make this content, but I enjoy it so dang much. And I get 2 extra hours at a bare minimum every single month for my 99 cents. Yes, that's right. We put the lowest possible price that YouTube will allow us. Unfortunately, Google wouldn't let us put it at 69 cents. I tried. It didn't happen. But you get all sorts of videos first. You get members only content. And if you want even more than that, you can go up on some of the tiers. Matt's designed some really interesting perks. So if you want some tailored deck advice, maybe actually even an entire created deck, hit the links down below. You might be able to
I'll make a video explaining what those mean.
Yeah, well, right? Even beyond that, Pat, I'm just going to stick on this for just a second longer.
We'll stick at it.
And Time Capsule can attest to this because we haven't had a lot of others take advantage of it because we just don't have a tremendous amount of members. But we do a lot more than Magic. Like most of you out there, this is not the only thing you do in your spare time. We play a lot of video games.
Mm-hmm.
And I will let Matt or Pat pick up what we do with video games and our members.
We like to play with you.
Oh, wow. You might want to rephrase that.
No,
we love playing with our members.
Intentionally that way.
Yeah, wow. I mean, the more members I can play with, the happier I am. Honestly,
if you want to play with us, we can play with you depending on the game. I won't play everything, but I play Path of Exile 1 and 2. I play. I play League of Legends, but I don't know if you really want to play that game with socially.
Diablo 2.
Days I'll get back to playing World of Warcraft, but yeah, I played Diablo 2, Diablo 4. Maybe they're going to fix Diablo 4 this next coming season. We'll see.
Pass.
They're fixing everything. They're fixing it all. Trust me.
And Pat, you play a lot of other kind of builder games, don't you?
Guy. I mean,
Mr. Bond.
Pat, you play a lot of like the builder, city builder, resource builder.
That's my jam. I just restarted Satisfactory, which in fact, Uri, is a multiplayer game. So I might actually hit up Time Capsule, see if that's something he's got. Maybe we get back into that. Or No Man's Sky. They just dropped another update.
99 cents.
Satisfactory?
Satisfactory, yes. They did drop another update not too long ago. They mess around with pipes and fluids in general. But No Man's Sky, they put out another update. Nothing huge. Some more expeditions and ship parts. They also increased some of the build limits. So yeah, they're continuing right along. Really looking forward to their next game coming out. But hey, that was our video game segment. We are right back into Magic the Gathering and other trading card games. Do you guys want to take a minute to shit on sorcery, or should we wait a few more minutes?
Actually, I'd like to kind of, we're starting to round the corner, getting towards the members only section of the night. So I kind of wanted to get into something that is adjacent to many of sorcery and Magic the Gathering and Pokemon and other collectible people's interest, and that is love you too, Miss Sherry Vegas. Interesting news that I just learned this week. I'm sure it's been out for a longer time than that. The IRS. Let's talk about them for just a minute here and how it relates to why you give a shit.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I assume the IRS didn't shut down when the government did, right? Because they taken money.
No.
There's no way we would. Okay,
No.
cool. Oh, sorry, keep going.
They're never going to shut down. I'm just going to like get out of here.
The fuck
But
out of here.
One thing that did get shut down was the notion, and I don't know, we've talked about it before here, about the tax reform that they were going to lower the limit. And let me tell you what it used to be. Back in 2023 and before the electronic entities like eBay, Etsy, PayPal, anybody that does electronic transactions and pays you, it used to have a threshold of $20,000 a year plus 200 or more transactions. Then they would be required to report on you for your activity on their platform. Now,
Big Brother's watching.
Now, that was actually pretty generous. Most part-time, not running a business, side hustle, you don't worry about that at those thresholds. But they wanted to start getting more of your money for selling your clothes on eBay, your Magic cards. And so in 2024, they started a staged approach to get down to a $600 per year limit for even a single transaction. Now, that means if you had a total of $600, whether it was one transaction or 1,000, they would have to report and give you a 1099. So one collector's box of Final Fantasy, or pretty much just about any collector's box at this point, if you sold that in a year, you're going to have to report to the IRS that was income, right? So they were doing a staged approach, and in 2024, the limit, they got rid of the 200 transactions at all, and we're currently in that, and so it's still relevant right now. I believe we have the video that explains it in much better detail, but they set the limit last year. So the reporting that you should have already done and paid taxes for back in April. If you haven't already, well, surprise, you're still on the hook for that. For anything you sold in 2024, up to a limit of $5,000. Right? So if you cross that $5,000 threshold in 2024, you should be getting a 1099. Okay. The threshold this year, like I said, it was a staged approach. So if you haven't yet crossed the $2,500 limit this year, just be careful. I would probably halt there. Again, doesn't matter how many transactions, but they cut the limit down to 2,500 this year. It was supposed to drop all the way down to 600 for tax year 2026. But the one big beautiful bill nuked that and reset it all the way back to the $20,000 plus 200 transactions. So for all of us part-time card sellers, box sellers, eBayers, garage sailors, anything that you sell that's tracked in that financial way, they do not have to report on you as of next year. So just words of caution. Please watch. All right, Time Capsule, take care. Thanks for joining us. Watch that video. Do you have that? Did we already put the link in there? I highly recommend it. It's I can't remember. It's something tax in the name.
Clear value. Oh, geez, Louise.
Wow.
It is clear value tax. Talking about 1099Ks, specifically the K. That's one of the things, there's a lot of different 1099s, but it's going to be K because it's A-OK now, buddy.
Well, starting next year. Careful with your limits this year. But I think that's kind of big news,
guys.
I think there's a lot of people in the Magic audience and collectible sellers that would have been affected by this tremendously starting next year. I mean, even just somebody trying to offload their old deck to try to buy new cards. Well, taxman coming to get you. So I think this is a good thing for the community as a whole. I think it'll really help people who want to be a little more active with their selling and trading for Magic. I mean, if you're going over $20,000, you really probably are talking about a side business at that.
It's a real business, yeah.
Plus over 200 transactions. So again, watch the video. He explains it much better than I just did, but I'm just giving you kind of like the highlights and that it is good news. So hopefully that helps somebody out there.
Hello, I like money.
I like my money too. I'd like to keep more of it. Thank you. I've already paid taxes on it once or twice. I'd like to not pay it.
I don't understand how it's legal that we have to pay taxes on things many different times. It feels like the biggest scam on the planet.
The government loves to give away free money, and they have to fund it somehow.
It's because it is a scam. It's voluntary indentured servitude.
So
It's very
yeah, I mean,
scammy.
I think that was sort of like some of the more exciting news for me this week. It gives me at least more options of what I can do with the boxes that are sitting on my shelves now. So I was very happy about that, and hopefully it helps you guys. It'll be.
I bought something really cool. It was a self birthday gift.
Oh yeah, happy belated birthday!
Oh wow,
I bought
that's
me
a blast from the past.
an Alpha Wyvern box. I've opened one of these previously, and I kind of want to open this one too because it would be cool to have a complete set of Wyvern. I think Wyvern's a pretty good game actually, but I also kind of want to just have one on the shelf as well. So it's like
There
maybe
you go.
open.
You're turning into a gaming Bob slowly but surely.
Actually,
yeah, I like looking at the stuff on my shelf. It just, I don't know, scratches
I think
some kind of itch, can't explain it.
it's like one of the only old things that I can like realistic. I mean, you can afford spending a lot of like I could buy $1,000 boxes or whatever or multiple $1,000 boxes, but that was $100. Like I just something that's like that old, and then it's kind of like the old D&D books. Like it doesn't really serve much of a purpose, but to just kind of go, this is nice to have, I guess.
Oh, bro, you're telling me I bought like $150 worth of 4th edition and some guidebooks that he had along for just other stuff, like the tabletop role playing game.
Super cheap.
Yeah, and it's like it's 2 milk crates full of everything.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
there's like $100 for each edition. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
great edition. It's just it was very flooded. They watsified that edition quite heavily.
It makes for
like
interesting
different
reading
players'
material.
handbooks.
Just fun fantasy stuff to palm through.
Oh, I want to briefly mention the Riftbound launch. I don't know if you guys have heard much about that.
No,
the game we were talking about, I think, a couple weeks ago. It did its launch. People have discovered that the rare distribution is off. So, like normal card games, there's the standard like the what is it called? There's the printing method that they use, seeded printing,
track printing or whatever.
Track printing, yeah. So the track printing is messed up. So there are God boxes, and then there are dud boxes. The rare distribution, there could be no rares in your packs, or there could be your entire pack full of rares, which I actually like a lot more. I would prefer them not to be seeded packs. I want just fucking complete randomness.
Oh, that's so wild. So instead of it being something like you're supposed to get 2 rares in every pack, you could have a pack no rares, another pack no rares, and then a pack that's just like a half dozen.
Yeah, like you could pack in the area open a pack. If you just open a single pack, I don't know if it's by the box or by the pack. Like I don't know how deep it goes. I didn't look too much into the article, but I just heard that they were talking about the rare distribution being like very off, and they're going to do something to address it, but I don't know exactly what it was.
Wow, they're quite expensive.
Yeah,
the cheapest I see
it's sold out
anywhere is like $200.
Yeah, I think the MSRP was like in around 100. Sold out pretty much everywhere. I mean, League of Legends is a pretty large IP. Like they're definitely. I actually wouldn't be surprised if they did a League of Legends crossover. Maybe because of Riftbound, they haven't done that yet. But I would like a League of Legends crossover. I think we lost Bob.
He said, "Be right back." He's probably going to pee. He's an old man. I mean,
you can't wait. Yeah.
Right, well, no, I mean, I gotta pee all the time too. Sometimes I do it, but since I'm in control of the stuff, I'll just like make you large and have you talk for a couple of seconds,
and then run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, exactly. It's right there. I mean, it's 7 feet from me.
Yeah, and mine's upstairs
of my apartment. It's unbelievable. I mean, the living room touches the bathroom and the kitchen, which are like the 2 most important things when I leave my gaming chair. It's to go to the bathroom or the kitchen. That's pretty much it.
Oh, and there's also been already a perm ban for somebody that got caught cheating. And unlike Wizard of the Coast, where they just do like a 6-month ban, in Riftbound, apparently if you get caught cheating, it's just straight up a permanent ban for life.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, get these cheaters out of here. The guy was doing some kind of deck manipulation.
So there's a questionable seller of the Riftbounds on TCG Player, has 3 boxes, 180 each. Well, 10,000 plus sales. So maybe it's not that sketchy.
That doesn't seem questionable. Seems pretty
It's really low because the next seller is at $247.
Riftbound MSRP.
So it's a
so they're
difference
supposed to
of
be packs are $5 a piece is what the MSRP I guess is supposed to be. What's the actual box?
I feel you on that, TCG dude. I mean, that's if you could bring up that comment. Unfortunately, I think many of us that are in the board gaming world run into the same issue where we buy, you know, a board game for whatever amount. Oftentimes with me, like Kickstarters, you know, I have tons of board games, and we're just talking about it, that have hit the table once or never. And, you know, when you're dropping $400 on like a Kickstarter or something, that kind of sucks. Or you drop the $400 on a Kickstarter and you only play with the, you know, the base edition that you could have got for $100.
Or you could be Michael Superbacker and pay for the fucking umbrella and never get it.
I think he had to kind of know about that one. I'd love to have Michael on here someday as a guest just to discuss.
I've talked to him once or twice. We just like haven't continued like pursuing it. Yeah,
I've tried a couple of times. I've reminded him a few times. He's like, "Yeah, we got to get together." Like, okay, let's do that.
Have you guys seen the pricing of these cards for Riftbound? Holy,
racy.
Kaisa is $4,500. Ari $1,300. Lee Sin $600. Leona $550. Timo $700.
So you're saying we should mass open these boxes?
Only these signature cards, so I have to imagine they're very rare. That's probably like their.
But look at the quantity of listings though for some of these. Like I'm looking at one of these cards,
10, which is interesting.
Like that's not super rare then.
What's the I guess what's the sell through rate? I mean, it might average daily sold 0, total sold 5. I mean, it's fairly. It's like it's only a couple weeks old, so I guess.
Yeah, I don't get in on the like the newest hotness. As you age, you tend to have a little better position on patience on things. It's not that you're like, I get off my lawn, you damn kids. It's like, okay, how about I sit back and watch?
I need to get in as early as possible. You know, I got to score that cheap price, Bob. I mean, I'll never see prices like this on these boxes again. It's going to the moon, don't you know?
I haven't actually looked into Gundam. I vaguely looked into it as far as like what the cards looked like. I didn't like read how it's played. I don't love how Riftbound is played. It's very what do you call it, Lorcana like, where you're just kind of like fighting to get
non-direct interactions.
Yeah, like it's just very. I don't know if I like that kind of play style. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. I'd rather just like kill my opponent as opposed to win by points.
I'd rather just kill my opponent.
Yeah.
It just
some people have anger issues.
Yeah, right. I'd rather just hit that, random guy in the street.
I don't know how Gundam is. But Riftbound, I don't know. I'd be curious to know how it does. Like the IP is definitely up my alley. Like the volleyball looks sick. Like I'm a big fan of that.
Not interested. That is an IP I won't engage with.
I honestly don't care. It's just interesting that it's in like the trading card space. So, trying to play the game, I think that as a case study, I definitely want to pay attention to it because it's got a lot of IP behind it. It's definitely been hitting a lot of folks on like Netflix and stuff like that with Arcane crossover. So I think that it's got legs under it and I want to see how far it can run. And definitely, it's going to be something that one way or another is going to be very informational for us and other trading card games in general. So,
oh, sure. I think it's interesting content for us to talk about to the wider audience, but
you're not spending $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on it.
No. And I'm also going to quote you to yourself. We spend time looking into a lot of this stuff that hopefully it strikes some people's curiosity, but Pat, I don't know shit.
I don't know.
You don't know shit. Rudy don't know shit. But we do our best to kind of dig into it a little bit, and hopefully we give you guys a little bit of at least our opinions. We opine a lot. and hopefully it exposes you to things that maybe you haven't heard about before, and you'll have a little bit of interest. We do need to do a little bit better about like visual representation of that to folks, but in that respect, yeah, it's somewhat interesting, but not enough for me to engage in it financially.
Hey, man, it still sounds a hell of a lot better than Wonders of the First with their AI-generated art. And, okay, check this out. Actual signatures from famous people on their cards. They're doing the weirdest shit in that game. So they got Tom Felton, the guy that played Draco Malfoy in the Harry Potter series. They got him as a character in their trading card game, and they got him to sign a bunch of actual cards. Ben Affleck is also in it, and so is Chuck fucking Liddell, the Iceman from UFC.
Chuck Liddell, hell yeah, I like him.
It is the weirdest thing, and it's all AI generated art, and they have been very forward about it. And the gameplay is stupid as shit. It seems really dumb, but they're taking some odd angles, and it would be the weirdest thing if it works out. Again, another fun case study. There are people still just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what stays, and I'm here for it.
Oh, Pat, that listing's not available. I tried to buy some boxes from that $180 one.
See, told you it was sketchy.
Well, it's not sketchy. It's just people. It's either in somebody's cart or it was purchased already. But it is like $60 cheaper. MSRP is $120 on those boxes.
So they're still making their bit. Speaking of making their bit, that's right. We are about to switch over to our paid members section, where if you pay just a little bit, see there, that's the connection. If you pay that little bit, you can join us for at least 30 more minutes. And I'm about to get a beer, so it's going to get loose, guys.
Well, one of the things I want to tease it, I have a question I want to ask both of you, and I will put that out here to the audience to know what the question is real quick. But since we brought up old Chuck Liddell, who is your favorite or favorites in the UFC history?
Or just, fighting in generals?
I would like to kind of stick it to, the UFC or, what is that? There's another one, a couple, or if you want to throw K1 or, Muay Thai circuits, fine. But in the mixed martial arts area, who are your favorites? But we're not going to spoil that right here on the freebie channel. You're going to have to pitch in 99 cents if you want to find out who our favorites are. That's right.
So there's a downside to what we've been doing. I don't know if it's what you've been doing, Pat. I see you only made one thing for this week. If we make this video subscriber only for the next hour, it makes it so that the podcast nobody can rewatch the podcast unless they're a member.
Oh, that sucks.
It doesn't convert the video into two videos. It makes it so like the whole first half can't be rewatched. So that's a problem.
And I'd rather go wide anyways, giggity.
Ooh.
Yeah, we could just go rogue and just like make a new stream real quick and go live with that.
Maybe not tonight because we already have the members that are lined up for this, and we just look at doing that in the future. I'd rather not make it inconvenient for our folks.
I can just make sure to do that in the future.
Yeah. So the future, no, we're probably going to go wide again, folks. That's right. You're going to see us in a bigger, wider, better format.
The members are going to see me wider.
Actually, it's 10 pounds, so I'm happy.
But I want to thank everybody for your time. We're actually over time here, but I do want to thank everybody for dropping by and all your comments. Your likes, your hates, so long as you interacted, thank you. And remember, we'll be here next Saturday at 7 p.m. talking about more shenanigans. And for the members, we're going to continue talking, and we're going to start off with who our favorite MMA or other fighting styles, maybe not boxing. That's a long discussion. Anyways, thank you again. Thanks for being here. Come join us next week and consider being a member.
Who's your favorite slap boxer?
Oh my god!
I love the AI ones on that. Those are great. It's like the AI has like a giant dude slap down grandma and just like drops her through the floor.
Oh, like the new chiropractor stuff. Yeah.
Oh, those are amazing.
Should be members only. Yep, looks like it. Cool.
All right. So, I mean, I don't know that we even have any members watching at this point. But let's go. You said Chuck Liddell. You liked old Chuck Liddell. So it sounds like both of you like MMA. But who's your favorite?
Anybody that puts on a good show.
Really? You don't have a particular favorite? Not even like an old school Hoist Gracie, or what was the wrestler that had Dan Severn? Was that his name?
Yeah, yep.
That had the porn stash?
Dan the Man Severn with this big old stash. Yep.
Or the douchebag Kent Shamrock, or didn't he have a
Oh,
brother?
Ken Shamrock
Frank?
was fine. He was just a bit of a talker. I don't like Conor McGregor. Like, he's a good fighter. I just
I don't
really
like
want
him
him to shut up.
What about Patty the Batty?
Okay. Patty is solid. I enjoy his whole persona. He doesn't want to be like an in shape, fit fighter that goes out and trains all day, goes and murks his opponent. He's just really good at it. So he's stuck with it. I've heard him a bunch of times say how he would just rather be like a fat slob, but he's really good at fighting, so he's got to stick with it. Yeah, I love his personality. Same thing with Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Right? He had an episode with Beard Meets Food.
Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, I believe it. They got similar enough accents.
Yeah, he did an episode. Either that was pre-planned, I would imagine it would have to be, or it was happenstance. But yeah, him and Beard Meets Food had like an episode. I was like, oh, that's.
Wouldn't be surprised if he just watches it.
Are there any that you detest? Tito Ortiz.
No. My only problem with Tito is the whole TR Tito thing. So you can't use steroids in UFC in most fighting arenas. You cannot use performance enhancing drugs of any kind. One of the things that they weren't doing at the time in the early 2000s when Tito Ortiz was getting real famous is testosterone therapy. Not just testosterone replacement therapy, which was what it was known for at the time, TR Tito, but he was just getting boosts of testosterone. So he was ungodly cut. If you look at pictures of him at the time versus people he was fighting, it looks illegal. It looks just like this should be against the rules, like an old man fighting a grandma kind of situation. I didn't
think he was all that good, technique wise, though.
He was fine. He was a solid 72 out of 100 fighter. But when you give him enough bull cum in his protein shakes, that he gets a solid 10-point boost. So we still talk about him now, of course, in the round.
I think that people like Hoist Gracie would have taken him down in his day. I honestly think that maybe even Tank Abbott could have taken him on.
I don't disagree that Hoist Gracie could have, because I don't think that the grappling game has, in only the last 5 years have we really seen it come up to par with striking.
Let me put a caveat on that. Hoist Gracie allowed to wear his gi.
Yeah.
And use it. But I don't really like all the rules that they've put in
in UFC.
Yeah. I think it really takes away from a lot of the specialness that it started with.
A lot of rules in UFC. If they got a knee on the mat, you can't
kick them down in the face.
If they have a knee on
shots?
The mat, you can't kick them in the head.
Yeah,
you can punch them in the head. You can't use your legs to damage their head.
I guess what's it
That's no eye poking and no
eye gouging, no fish hooking.
Yeah,
I think that was the only rule in the OG one was no fish hooking, or maybe it was no eye gouge, no fish hook. But you could wear a gi and use it as part of your.
You could also wear shoes. What the fuck, man? I'm gonna wear a full set of clothes because legitimately, a gi to me is somewhere above a bathrobe but below a kimono. And shoes, the fuck out of here. What were these guys doing? I understand, totally different. No weight classes.
But for a wrestler, they need the shoes.
Yeah, good for that. In wrestling, they need the shoes. Brock Lesnar did real fine in the UFC barefooted.
Again, I didn't have a problem with it.
I'm sorry, how intense this conversation has gotten, Bob. It's not my intention.
No, I'm not taking any offense by any of it. But you still haven't told me who your favorite is. Matt says I got no favorite.
Anderson Silva.
I mean, I have people favorite, but I'm not like those people that are I love X sports team. I hope they win. It's who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you don't
There's one that I absolutely do love.
Hey,
I gotta say, I am a fan of Anderson the Spider Silva. He was a mainstay when I was growing
Anderson
up. When I
Silva's
was getting
good,
into it. Where he shattered his leg. Oh my god! I saw it not live, but before there was news that was the fight. So I was watching it like the next day, and he goes to kick somebody. They check him and toothpick for a freaking leg, and it was just one of the most insane things. And it was such an incredible and clean break. His recuperative therapy got him back in fighting shape, and he still participated in UFC. And honestly, he's a bit of a dick. Like I sort of enjoy that, not Conor McGregor level, but yeah, okay, he's from Brazil. He's been in America for like
I like when
30
Connor
years.
gets humbled. That's my favorite part about Connor.
Yeah, when he gets punched enough that he has to shut the fuck up finally.
I don't dislike Connor. I like a cocky guy. You got to be
like
cocky
him.
in your field.
Oh, and I really hate that dude that does like the whole dancing thing and mockery and the
I
black
am a
guy. I
fan
don't
of
remember his
like
name.
like TikToks or the reels or whatever, where it's 30 street fighters to get humbled, and it's just like all of those videos, like someone walks into a gym, off the street, and they're like, I'm the biggest, baddest around here, and then they just get laid out in 12 seconds. It's phenomenal.
Well, there's one that was like winning a bunch of fights. It was a black guy, and he did the whole dancing instead of fighting thing and mocking people. And
yeah.
I can't remember his name. At any rate, I don't like that guy at all. And then I think there was another one from like a Middle Eastern country that like during like a press conference, he just decided to. I think he went up and like kissed the dude and then tried to punch him. And in the ring, he got fucking rolled. But my favorite, I think all-time favorite would be Hoist Gracie from back in the day, but he wouldn't be somebody that you could watch nowadays, because what made him great was wearing the gi and just, this little guy who was just going in and owning. There was no weight classes, it was just this dude going in, and they couldn't figure it out. Jiu-jitsu was legit. But I think my favorite overall, he's a beast of a human being. Both of you know him, Fedor Emelianenko. That dude,
Never heard of him.
Fedor? Oh, dude, he's an assassin. He trains with just giant car tires out in the steppes of Russia and just giant logs, and
it's like every Russian guy in the UFC.
I'll say that just sounds like a standard Russian story.
Yeah,
dude, he is
Serbia, Croatian, or whatever the fuck they are up there on that Eurasian steppe.
And he's never super cut when he's in a match, but just fucks
or
people
Francis
up.
Ngannou, that guy, holy shit, fuck. Ah, man. yeah, that's not a guy you let your lady around. Jesus Christ, it's like they made him right out of ebony. It looks like they fucking carved him out of wood. Yeah, Francis Ngannou, he's a beast in the heavyweights.
There's a fighter that I like watching because he's really, really good, and he's very technical, fast on his feet, and like the way he punches is pretty cool. But I don't remember his name.
I tend to like the grapplers better than the strikers.
Oh god! I want to turn that shit off immediately. I don't want to see. I don't want to watch two sweaty dudes hugging each other the whole time. It's so fucking boring. I can't.
That guy right there. Yep.
Yeah, I turn that off immediately.
Yeah, I definitely like the grapplers better.
I want to see them just like walk up, shake hands, and then just stand right in place and punch until one doesn't stand.
Well, then you would love K1.
Well,
and you would love real. Have you ever watched I know you spent time in the Orient. Have you watched real Muay Thai?
Oh yeah.
That is brutal as fuck, dude. I've seen people get kicked right out of the ring.
Oh, absolutely. Well, so I'm actually a huge fan of slap, like this power slap thing that Dana White made it. Yeah. Okay, honestly, Dana White, he understands people my age. He cornered this market, right? UFC, smart move. He risked a lot on it, and it paid off in the end. And then he saw power slap. He's like, wait, these Russian dudes will just slap the shit out of each other. I gotta buy this and make it the biggest thing. And he has, and it is great. Because it's not fighting. So I think that legally they're allowed to make venues in places that you just never could. The best in the world. You just stand there with like a little Nerf, like a pool noodle behind their backs. So they got their chin out nice and good, and then just get slapped. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, it's the best.
It is. It's something
right.
special. I'll tell you that.
I gotta share this.
And like
with
they
you
got a
guys.
women's league too, so it's for the ladies.
I think when it comes to slap. Oh shit! I think I just posted that in the wrong place.
Yeah, for sure.
I put that in like the public chat. So here we go. That's a really. Can we put this on? Is it possible to like play this for our members only audience and watch this? This is definitely, bar none, my favorite slap fight video that I've ever seen on the YouTubes. Like 100%.
I'm gonna have to mute it on my side.
I don't know if you can also do it with the audio. Have we technically mastered this kind of stuff yet?
No, I don't know. No, of course not.
Can you do that like big? There we go.
Wow.
So I don't hear the audio.
Ha! Take that, Grammy. It's AI anyway, so it's not like they can copyright to us because they can't copyright it. The dumb prick.
So that is my favorite slap fight I've ever seen.
Well, I had to go eat. We're gonna be a bit more. Well, no worries. We love you anyways. Go do whatever you got to do. Kiss the wife extra hard for us because we care too.
I'm trying to find.
Don't slap fight her like that.
Yeah, don't slap.
Yeah, you don't want to. Well, I mean, unless she likes it.
That would not be cool.
She loves it.
There are some things I just don't. I've seen a lot of
Friday
things.
Night.
I don't get it. That's all I'm gonna
Thank
say.
you, Captain. May I have another?
Holy fuck!
I'll
There are
take
some of
these.
these fights that are insane. I'm scrolling through BKB fights because I'm trying to find the one fighter that I like, and there are a lot more brutal fights that I haven't seen. Holy shit!
Oh, nice pizza. So, funny enough, because we're going live with our project, I had to go in do like a shift for a bunch of today, even though it's Saturday, and then Veterans Day is coming up, and I got to work all day there. But they got us pizza yesterday and today, and because they ordered over $2,000 worth of pizza yesterday for an event we had, and they were just everybody take an entire fucking pizza home with you. We got to do something with this because we don't want to feed the homeless. So I've got a bunch of pizza in my fridge. It's 3 meals in the last 24 hours I've had of pizza, and honestly, when I'm done with this, I'm gonna get at my fridge and have some more pepperoni pizza.
Is it a good pizza?
It is a very good pizza. It reminds me of Connecticut style. Yeah, it's almost like Papagino's.
Where's it from?
Positive Pie in Barry, Vermont.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, right. Like I don't know why we were doing this.
Oh, I mean, like Jets Pizzas. It's in multiple
I never
places.
heard of it until I went there.
Such the best pizza. Oh, I've actually been recreating the turbo crust, the sprinkles that you put on the turbo crust. Because I'm trying to lose weight, I'm like watching what I eat, and one of the things I've discovered is that you can make a pretty damn good pita bread pizza that is like 400 calories, and it is delicious. I also found out that turkey pepperoni is like half the fat and like half the calories, and it tastes the same fucking.
Yeah,
it tastes exactly the same.
Yeah, because all you're tasting is the spices.
It tastes exactly the same.
Yeah.
They just soak it in the pepperoni spices, and then they're just like, oh yeah, this is just pepperoni.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say it tastes exactly. It's very close.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's close enough for me. Like there's like a thing where it's like, is it worth the calories to eat the real pepperoni? And in this case, no. There's a lot of things that just like I'm finding that this is not worth the calories. I'm still enjoying it. I still have like candy and shit. And the only thing that I'm frustrated about is peanuts and nuts in general, how calorie dense they are. Because I used to eat like handfuls and handfuls of cashews. And I didn't realize that I was shoveling probably like 800-900 calories at a time, and when I was just like, pounding cashews.
Yeah.
Well,
so now I have
aren't just full of calories; they're actually full of fats.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're
complex fats too.
They're very dense.
Yeah,
and they like a handful is like 150 calories.
They make you a chunky boy.
Yep. I was just like the peanut butter. That's why I was just smashing handfuls of cashews all on.
So, are either of you engaging in Avatar or not?
What do you mean by engaging?
Buying product.
Oh, okay. I was like, no.
Thank you for that. That was simple. I am not.
I will likely. I don't know. I was thinking about doing the box opening thing, but if nobody's doing it, then I guess I won't do it.
Not at those prices.
Yeah, if you want to wait 3 months when it crashes,
I'll say Spider-Man. It's under $100.
I was actually just starting to look around for that.
I told you I'm open, but I'm not buying anymore. I have 3 boxes sitting here, and if they're already $50 less than what I paid for them, I'm okay opening one and playing. I don't think the set's that terrible for Spider-Man.
I just don't give a shit.
Not cohesive.
Right.
There's nothing that draws me to it from being a loose Marvel fan. Like, okay, it was that's good enough for me. I can say I am much more IP wise into Marvel than I am Avatar. But they did nothing to make me go ooh, like they did with Final Fantasy. I'm still very pleased with Final Fantasy. Yeah, like, full stop.
Yeah, good.
I was very pleased with Dragons of Tarkir. What is it called?
Tarkir Dragonstorm.
Tarkir Dragonstorm.
Wrong too.
I'm still not interested in Aether Drift. I've seen some people run numbers. I think Josh from Hometown TCG was crunching it and saying, I think it's sneaky good. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I just don't care. It's such a non-set to me. I will buy a $99 Spider-Man box over a $99 box of Aether Drift.
Yeah, I don't care much for Aether Drift. I got enough sealed product sitting back here that I would just be like, let's just do a rate. I got the Strixhaven. Perfect. Oh, Jumpstart Foundations. There we go. Man, that would be a box I would open. I'd risk that bisque.
You like that?
I've never opened it. I'm just saying, as far as the Jumpstart for making a Commander raid stack, that would be a bit of a risk. But if you can find a card that has more than 2 colors, I don't
know that you could do it though. Like, I just don't know that you'll get enough support, especially multicolor.
Because of the way it's set up, though, in each of those packs, like you're gonna have a very
but those are non-multicolor commanders, right? Like, I don't.
Some of them are. The packs aren't, though.
I think that most of those are not multicolor, so you very much run the risk of not getting any multicolor commander.
Matt, can you scryf all this for me?
Sure.
And I got to tell you,
what am I scrying?
Probably one of the biggest surprise letdowns.
Jumpstart, like how many multicolor commanders there are.
For a single stat, you have to be very specific. Jumpstart Foundation.
Yeah.
So Jumpstart Foundations.
Yeah. How many multicolor?
How many multicolor commanders do you have in Jumpstart Foundation?
I don't know why I'm so inept at searching for these
Foundations Jumpstart. So J25.
It's not that hard. You just go to TCG Player.
I understand that it's not that hard. I could also be skinnier. It's not that hard to do either.
Like, no, that's hard. It's not complicated, but it's hard.
It's simple. It's just difficult.
56.
Multicolor commanders?
No, 56 legendary creatures.
That's not a great start.
There's one. There are a lot of monocolors.
They're all monocolors?
There are a lot. I see one multicolored so far.
Oh, not a good call then.
Literally one multicolored card. That's weird. Why one? Everything else is mono, but there's one multicolored. There's Averna, the Chaos Bloom.
And there's no guarantee you'll even pull a Verna. So that's why I said, monocolored, then you also have to get enough of a single color variety of packs.
The draft, I could just have like 14 of the same fucking cards. Well,
there's a second one. This one's in the text, so that's red black.
Boom.
Again, I just don't think there's very many.
Green white. So there's the third one. 4. Looks like maybe one. There might be one for each. 5. Yeah. 6, 7. So there's 7.
So you're getting
you're in that territory of like what we ran into with Edge of Eternity, right? Good set. We were all excited about a lot of good cards in there, but it was very difficult to find a commander you wanted to play in a draft format.
Hey, I'm just spitballing here. I'm just saying that this would still be better than Aether Drift. I was just being a bit hyperbolic. Sorry.
It'd be better than Aether Drift because I give more of a shit about the cards that are in the Jumpstart Foundation.
Of the list here, it's like, oh man, this actually does seem.
I think it would be kind of difficult.
Jumpstart sometimes.
I think we looked in that, and I think most of the Jumpstart sets are in that way, right? Where now, if every commander had partner in Jumpstart, or if every legendary had partner,
right,
I would be much more about it. Or if we made a rule that, oh, well, when we're doing Jumpstart, because there's such a low variety, every legendary has partner.
I like these cards. These look good. This is a
classic. Like we'd have to do it somewhat like that. I think we'd have to like house rule it to make it viable, right? But I think even the Jumpstarts, I think the Foundation Jumpstart is not a cheap box.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
Either way, I got a few, so it's whatever. That's why I was using it as an example of opening something I have.
You have Foundation Jumpstart?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Those words. Okay.
Oh, no, they're not. They're $80.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know why they would. Yeah.
Oh,
that's why I have them, because they weren't cheap.
it was the Lord of the Rings Jumpstart that I've seen just at kind of a ridiculous price.
It jumpstarted all the way up to $100.
What, the Lord of the Rings? I thought they were like $150, $160.
I was just making a Jumpstart joke.
Not like March of the Machines Aftermath collector booster boxes. Boom. Those have gone up a whole 1.5% over the last month. Yes, that's right. Pat called it. I know it's market noise.
Holy shit. The Lord of the Rings, Universes Beyond, Jumpstart booster, $227 for. They have 2 Jumpstarts. I don't know which one is which.
Yeah, welcome to Magic, Bob.
Well, and it's actually the lowest one listed is $260 for one of them, and then the other one is lowest listing at $219. Volume 2.
Flip to side B for more Magic the Gathering.
So yeah, you get twice the fun that way. And what's really bizarre is when you look at like the draft boosters versus the set boosters, the draft boosters are more expensive than the set boosters.
Well, you get more packs, you know?
Well, okay. I'm just saying.
I'm just sticking with you. I have no clue.
So that set is really done well for sealed. Even the starter kits, $66.
Seems like a terrible thing to spend $66 on.
True.
I mean, pizza and Guinness Extra Stout seems a lot better to spend $66 on than Lord of the Rings Jumpstart.
I wish I could, but being a diabetic, that just sounds like a nightmare.
Pizza sounds fantastic.
It was like, I'm
could
not
go with that again.
diabetic, so this sounds good to me. I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan, so that doesn't sound like a better.
Well, you better get used to it because we got the Hobbit coming up.
Oh yeah, I'm extra not giving a shit about that.
I've still never watched The Hobbit. One of these days I will.
They're not. I would highly recommend reading the book. It's a pretty short read, and then skipping
not
over
gonna
every
happen.
song and poem in it.
Yeah, right.
Like that's the most annoying part about The Hobbit. It's just full of fucking songs and poems and shit, and it's like, oh my god, shut up.
I haven't read a book since I was like 13. Like I'm good.
He's like, unless it said Dungeon Master somewhere on it, I ain't reading that.
Yeah,
shit.
I guess it's fair. Okay. I haven't.
You uncultured swine.
Yeah, I don't like reading. I don't have a mind's eye. Like, people don't understand. Like, you read things and you see things in your head. I read things and I see words on a page. Like, it literally is nothing. It does absolutely nothing to my brain. My brain does not process the words like other people do. So to me, it's just words on a page. It does nothing to me.
I understand that making a huge difference in the way we partake in that media.
Yeah, I can feel like I'm in the world. It's like, I just read the words on the page. Wow, how fun!
Well, then how do you translate that for your Dungeon Master stuff?
It's difficult. I have to basically guess what people would be perceiving at the time. I often feel like it's weird that I'm even a decent Dungeon Master because of that.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I'm just too fucking lazy to be a Dungeon Master, to be honest with you. It just seems like too much work to me.
It is certainly a lot of work.
Yeah, I'd rather enjoy the fruits of your labors when it comes to dungeon.
Jamie is a Dungeon Master on our channel, as well as me, and sometimes Nate, and sometimes David, is because I don't want to do it the whole time. I enjoy playing the game as a player. Just kind of turn your brain off and just like play without having to worry about an overarching story and player death interactions, and like there's a lot of stuff that you have to prep for that just, I don't know. It's definitely more demanding than a player. Players are very simple. There's a new game that we're going to be playing called Draw Steel. It's a new kind of action RPG or an action RPG. It's just RPG, like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's made by MCDM Studios, who's the I don't know if you've probably heard of Matt Colville.
The only RPG that I'm remotely interested in outside of Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm so particular when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons because I just really don't enjoy even when others are doing it around me, just that I don't have to participate.
It's the voices, right?
Well, the voices and well, not just even the voices, but even just getting into character, right? Like the acting part of it. That just is not for me.
I'm kind of like half in, half out.
But there's a Star Wars RPG called The Edge of the Galaxy, I think. And I own it. I've read into it because it has a different sort of like simplified dice rolling system. Now, I know there are D6 systems out there. That doesn't appeal to me. But they have their own dice. It's like attack and defend dice and success or fail rather than like percentages for like all the oh god.
But Bob,
like your resistance checks and all that kind of shit.
These Star Wars role-playing games would be more up your alley?
I can't really see because you got a lot of stuff going on.
The green screen.
Is that Edge of the Galaxy?
It is the West End games. I'm just gonna pull them up online because that's gonna be a pain in the dick to try and just show you this. So,
but do they have like you have to have special dice, right, for those?
I have not really looked at them very much.
Yeah, I think the Draw still uses D10s for stuff instead of D20s, which is interesting.
Well, and there's I lied. There's a bunch of old stuff. There's one called Boot Hill. I would absolutely love to play again.
These are the ones from 1987.
I think if you just like Google Edge of Eternity RPG, or I'm sorry, Edge of the Galaxy RPG, I think you'll find if those are in it or not. But yeah, I mean, I would be down for trying. But if you ever look up Boot Hill and you're willing to run that, Matt, fuck, I would join that. It's like from the 80s. There were a couple. There was Star Frontiers, which
no, I don't think this is those. It's not.
No?
Definitely not.
Edge of the Galaxy. Did you find what I was talking about? The Edge of the Galaxy?
Edge of the Empire.
Edge of the Empire. There we go.
Yeah.
I knew there was an edge of something. It was very edgy.
I mean, Matt, anytime you have like a free spot, I am so down to like join a D&D session or an RPG or whatever. If you want to
check out Boot Hill, it's so different. It's Wild West, and you got like shotguns and bows and arrows and tomahawks and knife fights, and they have some weird dice in there. If I remember right, I think they might have a 30-sided dice in there. Hey, so I think we could finally use these stupid fucking things again.
The M30 dice? Hell yeah.
Make those useful again. Make M30 dice great again.
Encyclopedia thing that they just did, the Secret Lair for $200 fucking with the A through Z cards, the 26 cards. They also included a 26-sided die with the alphabet on it.
Nice.
I was just looking to see what Bob's reaction was going to be. Is he going to like, I got to buy one of these now?
I have pretty cool dice that have they have a limit on them. It's like head, torso, arms, legs. So like if you really wanted to add like more spice to damaging specific things on a body, or even just add flair to your attacks, if you wanted to do a little bit more role playing in that aspect where you actually like say like what you attack and how you attack and whatever. Some people like that. So that's why I bought some dice. To me. They're pretty cool dice.
I mean, when I read a book, I see like the words on the page, but then in my head, there's like a movie. If I like internally, if I turn my head like where my attention is, I can imagine those words being things that occur, and my mind like makes a figment of my imagination, like a little reality. So like that was one of the things like for the Adventures in Forgotten Realms crossover, I read all of those books about Dristord and Brunor Battlehammer and Catti Bree and Wolfgar. Like I for thousands of pages, I got to know them and how they looked, how they appeared, how they interacted. And then seeing other artistic interpretations of it was just the artwork side of that set. I was definitely behind. The translation of their deeds and heroics was definitely left on the cutting room floor, unfortunately.
You're talking about
AFR? Yeah.
Oh yeah, they definitely the reason I say they AFR'd it, they just AFR'd it in all kinds of different ways, in my opinion.
They kept the, white people white and the black people black. So I mean, it's better than Lord of the Rings.
Cool. And green people green. Whatever. Yeah. Like that shouldn't be a thing. There was like a guy at work.
Should it be? But that's funny
this way. So here's a work story for you. So there was a guy at work. There was a problem in his section, and their system was supposed to send our system a file, and it took like an hour for him to even figure out what that file is. Ooh. And so we don't. Well, fucking send it to us. Like you have to let us know because you sent us bad shit earlier this morning. We got to blow it away. Please let us know when you're going to send the file with a trigger. Well, he sent us a file with the trigger in a fucking email rather than like FTPing it from server to server. I didn't think that was something I had to specify, right? So when we talk about that, I didn't think we had to specify that Aragorn is a white dude in Lord of the Rings, and it's kind of important that Éomer and Éowyn are brother and sister. Having one black and one white makes that a very weird thing, considering they had the same mother and same father.
I mean,
race swapping in that IP. Why? I don't get it. It's not like they introduced black people with I don't know some other race that came from the east that helped for more, or even a race like they did in the Rings of Power, which is shit upon everywhere. Why? Why do you want to change the narrative? Make your own, make something new, make something different. But they have to, this social messaging shit, get the fuck out of here. It's not that I have anything against black people, and not that I don't mind watching black people shows. Imagine watching Friday. Well, how would it be? Have you guys ever watched Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys enjoy the movie Friday? I did.
Sure.
Very much so. Now imagine if they remade it and cast like a white dude or a few white dudes.
If they put Jay and Silent Bob in that movie and just like turned it into a Jay and Silent Bob meet the Trailer Park Boys on a Friday, like I don't think they could say the N-word as much. And honestly, like they'd have to have some
part of what makes that movie is the black culture, right? That's part of what makes it so good at what it is. So to reinterpret it simply by race swapping, you're not virtue signaling, you're fucking up the narrative, right? Mm-hmm. No offense, but like Mace Windu, if they recast him as a white dude or an Asian guy, it's like, what the fuck are you doing here? Or if you cast a white dude as Bruce Lee, it's like you're kind of changing the narrative simply by changing the racial structure of what you have. There are certain implied things and understandings based on different races already in a lot of things that we have. So swapping it, yes, does fuck things up.
They just got to look close enough. That's the secret. They just got to look close enough. Well, I mean, okay, we grew up with that like Native American guy, right? People are driving by on the highway and they got a big old car, gas guzzler, and they throw their trash out the window. And there's like a Native American there. He's got like his headdress on, little leather strap for his loincloth. And he like starts crying a little bit.
See a little tear, yeah.
Yeah, as long as you look like you're a Native American, you can do that role. So like you can hire an Italian guy, like that Italian guy in that, infomercial that we're, used to seeing.
Sure, I get where you're going with that, but
okay.
Anyway, I thought that was a mistake. And I think that where you're going with like AFR, the mistakes that they made was getting outside the flavor, not really bringing in.
Yeah, they didn't actually care for the source.
A lot of the kind of characters you'd want to see. It didn't seem like they were following a narrative at all. There's no story, in my opinion, in AFR.
It's true.
It's just kind of random stuff from the Forgotten Realms. Right, like okay,
but it's a card game. Do we really need an in-depth?
Right, like that's kind of.
Like I'm not saying that we need it. I'm saying that it lacked it. Right, it's better. It's better when you do have something that feels cohesive, which is part of the problem we had with Spider-Man. It didn't feel like.
Just don't really care that much about Spider-Man.
Again, it's not that you needed it, but it just didn't have it. It didn't make it better by having something like that, right? So not that you need it, but it's a missed opportunity. AFR didn't feel cohesive to me in any fashion. Not mechanic.
I liked it more than Spider-Man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I liked it more than Spider-Man. And
I'll say its two mechanics were far worse than fucking Spider-Man.
One of the most terrible insults you can say about a set in Magic the Gathering. is I liked AFR more than this.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you like web slinging better or dice rolling?
I don't even know what the fuck web slinging is.
Web slinging is better.
Web slinging is far better. Do you like web slinging better or the party mechanic?
Not the party mechanic.
Okay, so let's give a check mark to a win for Spider-Man. That at least the mechanics were better.
Cost for a card. And by returning a creature to your hand.
So it's ninjutsu with like extra steps or something.
An untapped creature, yeah.
Okay, still better than party and still better than fucking dungeon delving and rolling dice and making the game slow as fuck.
Yeah, but there were 27 goddamn Spider-Man up in my business the whole time.
Okay, I agree. Neither one is a great set. How about we just toss Ether Drift in there? What the fuck was the mechanic in that thing? God. I don't even remember.
Ooh, max speed.
Oh, God, that was awful.
Max speed.
All right. Wow. We are just really shitting all over Magic right
come
now.
on, man. I thought I got that one way quicker.
You got it, but do you like it?
I mean,
What's better, that or web slinging?
It's max speed is just
Some
a
of max
weird
speed of
reskinning
mechanics are
of the
pretty
ring
busted.
tempting you.
Do what? You both were talking.
Some of the effects of max speed are pretty fucking busted.
I think
you
max
can get
speed is
there.
just the ring tempting you in like a reskinning.
I disagree.
It seems
The ring
very
tempting
similar.
you pretty much does basically kind of one thing.
It does fuck all. It does nothing. It's not even worth remembering what it does. I can't tell you a single
saying
game
is
where
it's
I've been
basically
worried about
getting-
somebody tempting themselves with a ring.
It's getting to a single mechanic, whereas max speed does lots of different things.
Because there's a lot of cards that have good stuff that have max speed, but by itself it doesn't do anything, does it?
Oh, max speed? No, but
Right.
tempting the ring kind of does.
Right, but every time the ring tempts you is a very similar thing to gain speed in that sense.
Well,
And
but
it's
then
a
you can
very
say
limited amount.
to that level, then you have like the level up mechanics, which I never appreciated either.
I love level up mechanics.
Ugh.
Those are the best cards. They're so cool. It's like
Look, I'm gonna level it up to its ultimate. Oh, you removed it
It's
from
like
the
I'm
game.
a game
Cool.
inside of a game. That's so fun.
I just spent all the mana to fucking get it to its top level, and oh, you nuked it.
Yeah, you waited until I did all of that, and then you sort of shared it.
Jesus.
Oh, now I'm extra gonna shit on your car in the parking lot on my way home.
No, not great mechanic. None of these are great mechanics, right? Nothing like busted ass mutate.
Well, no, but mutate's like one of those things you write home about.
And they've never gone back to it since.
It's understandable.
I think
we don't know for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because honestly, mutate would be like
so on flavor,
right?
But
like,
yeah, dude,
you
and
think they're gonna do it? No, probably not.
You could do the same thing that you did with the Godzillas too, right? Where you had even in the same set the card with a different name card. You know what I mean? Where you have the Mutant Ninja card and then you have the in-universe card, right? That would be. I would love that. That would. I might buy some if they have that because I think Mutate's just fucking amazing. But
yeah, they're probably going to crap all over this one too. It's probably going to be a huge.
I think they've done like they said they're never going to do Affinity again, and I think they did more. They've done more Affinity than they've done. They've done zero Mutate.
Yeah.
Right. Think about the mechanics that were in Ikoria. Companion
is easy to like anticipate though. Like it just makes stuff cheaper. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Like that's easy to parse. Like to make cards that work reasonably well with Affinity. Like, okay, this card's free. That's the maximum bar, right?
With Mutate, they said that Storm they should never have made.
I don't disagree. Like, but they did.
They didn't say that about Mutate, but it got so complicated and it so many mechanics.
Do they want to? They want to fuck with Toei Animation or whatever? Whoever owns Godzilla? Do they want to say that about what an IP crossover set, like a Universes Beyond set? Do they want to say we shouldn't have done this thing in this set? Like, it's not.
Well, think about what was the other mechanic that was so busted they literally had to like stop it and write all kinds of rules and change how it works.
Companion.
Yeah. So think about that for Ikoria. They had companion and mutate. Like what a busted bunch of mechanics altogether.
Yeah, why don't I have more boxes of Ikoria? I don't have any boxes of the Ikoria.
I have one or two. I think I might have two. And
they got box stoppers too. It was such a fun opening experience.
I don't have any collector boxes of it.
And the Ozolith is $44 fucking. Jesus Christ, people!
Oh, reprint that soon.
Reprint that thing soon. Yep.
In what? Like in a bonus?
I think they just did.
They'll find a way.
Non-consequential. Like bonus sheet reprinting doesn't do anything.
They didn't do it in Avatar, to be honest. There's a lot of 1/1 counter strategies in Avatar.
But at any rate, no, that's like Ikoria. I agree with you, Pat. I think is one of the pinnacle sets they've ever created.
$180 on TCG Player.
I'll go so far as to say I think that Ikoria outside of ABU, in a top 10 set.
And their
we
foils
should
stay
do
flat, so Commander Legends, like, you might have gotten edged out. And they didn't ban as many cards out of Ikoria. So when you open that and you get 5 Triumphs, cool, you get to use them. When you open up Commander Legends and you got some curled ass foils and you got Hole Breacher and shit like that, yeah, oh yeah, cool, I got the Lotus. Oh wait, this is still fucking banned.
I don't understand why that one's still. God, there's so much material we have here. You're getting some. I don't know if you're still here, Time Capsule, but good stuff. Like, why is Jeweled Lotus still banned?
I have a feeling it'll be unbanned this next go around.
Well, isn't that supposed to happen in just a few days here?
Yeah, it's supposed to be soon.
Like the 13th, was it? Is that what they said? The emergency ban stuff?
Emergency, and then you got to schedule it far out.
Do you think that they'll unban? Like, I just feel like that's coming with the dockside, but that feels so weird because I think that was the one that had the most complaints. Well, wait, did they throw Nadu in that same banning?
But it makes no sense why they would put it in as a bonus slot card in Avatar. Like, it makes zero sense.
Yeah, they had enough time to replace that with anything else. So it is a weird choice to print it if they're not planning to unban it and then revealing it.
Triple the price. People are speculating on it.
If that would have been announced. Well, it can't because the set's already released, right? Avatar's already out.
Yeah, people already have it. Yeah.
They would have had to. Imagine if that was the last card unveiled. Woo! Yeah. But imagine if they unbanned it, like if they had made the unban announcements, like before they revealed all the cards and then revealed Dockside. Wow. Just look at the price of Dockside now. Look at the upshot.
Putting it in there was enough to sell stuff. They don't even have to say shit about banning.
Now, tell me, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, just like the whole thing is interesting. What do you think is going to happen if they don't unban it? Like the roller coaster ride
before, haven't they?
Huh?
They've reprinted banned cards before, haven't they?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I mean,
Primetime was banned long before they printed it in Time Spiral.
So honestly, it just feels like a whole bunch of nothing.
They banned Uro and then printed it in a secret lair.
Seems like a great little marketing scheme. Hey, put this in there. It's a good card. It was so good that we banned it. Well, why would we put it in there if it's banned? Well, people might think that we're going to unban it. Well, that seems devious. Yeah, and it also seems like I'm going to make an extra 50, units.
I wonder, have prices of, let's think about that, because that came out in modern Double Masters 2022. Has it affected the prices on that? I haven't even
Double Masters 22 is just in general expensive as shit at this point. All the master sets are.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not compared to like what the because I have 2 cases plus of the collector boxes on that.
Draft booster box. Draft booster box. Double Master.
I wish I had more draft booster boxes. I should have
335.
Yeah, but if you look at the collector boxes, they're not.
Those are 4 packs, and it's $304. So those are 75 a piece now. Just over.
That's what they were when they released.
No, they were $50. These have gone up more than 50%.
Oh, they were definitely not $50 at release.
They were.
No.
Yeah, as someone who bought a bunch of them, I can tell you they were. They had a low of 230. So in the last 1 year, they've gone up 26% alone. Last 3 months, just under 10%.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense, because you can get Dockside from that, actually one of the most expensive, maybe the most expensive.
There hasn't been like a real reprint set in a year or two, pretty much since Double Masters 22, and the remastered sets are a pittance, to say the fucking best. I mean, it's hard to sell. The Ravnica remastered seemed like it did well enough, but was it Innistrad remastered, or that did quite poorly. So I think that reception, that was pretty much the last time I can recall a real reprint set. And like I said, I don't think the bonus sheet reprintings are doing anything of note for card prices, which is good. It really is. I know we've talked about it for a long time that they turned that machine way too hard. They cranked that handle as fast as they freaking could, getting more reprints out. And this is healthy for the market. It is across the board. Not that, you know, our turtle friend would say the same thing.
Yeah. Man, lots of good content here. I think this
Luckily
is
we're live
show.
still. Yeah, and you know, this goes live for non-members in a week.
Yeah, well, let's see if they stay this long. You know, starting to talk about you know, MMA at the beginning of it, and you know, now we're getting into some juicy like Magic stuff and our thoughts on it. You know, speaking of juicy stuff, I was so wrong about my reprint targets this year. It's not even funny. I don't think I hit a single one.
I think I hit 2 out of 3. I don't remember exactly, but I remember it being decent.
I had 0.
I'm always terrible at that stuff, so let's go for low. Go for
Anybody
low.
remember? Anybody remember what they all were? I know I had Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth in there. Kind of surprised that didn't get a reprint. That of all the ones on the list that I gave, that's the one I'm like, really? Of all the things that they're reprinting, could have sworn that one would have been. Yeah, that I mean, other than being difficult to pronounce, you know, and it's getting up there. That like the cheapest version out there is $46 from M15.
It's
kind of crazy.
M15 Origins.
The one from Time Spiral Remastered. See, it's hard. Those are market prices. So actually, the cheapest one I see that's out there is $50. I don't want foil. Let's go non-foil.
TSR was a really good set, but the print quality was, those cards were so like chalky. It felt
There's
weird.
A lot of sets that had that issue.
I mean, they were flat though, so there you go.
But they felt bad. Have you ever held any M19?
I think maybe.
They feel like newspaper is the best way I can describe them. It's like
they've got a grit to them, yeah.
Oh, really don't like those.
Delicious.
But then you like right around there, and if you got any like the Japanese printings of like Ravnica remastered, or not Ravnica remastered, but Ravnica Guilds of Ravnica, or what's the other Ravnica one that was there? The one that has Smothering Tithe in it. Huh? Yeah, that's it. Like the Japanese printed ones. Oh my God, the quality's so nice. I thought they were fakes. Like I bought 4 copies of back then. And
it's so funny you say that way. The quality was so good. I thought they were fakes. Which is just like, I thought that they were so good looking that another company that isn't
and good feeling. Like in the hand. That's what like immediately as soon as I got them in the mail, I was like, I bought 4 of them at like $15 a piece.
Did this come from NPCphil.com?
And I was like, man,
not a sponsor, but maybe.
Those are so
goddamn, if you finally would, you fuck.
All right, time capsule. I think I'm about to wrap it up myself here. 9 o'clock about my peak long day. But thank you for being here with us as always, man. Appreciate having you in the audience, and anybody else that's lurking or watching after the fact. Thank you for being here. Please make sure you give us a thumbs up. Give us a little comment. Let us know what you think about our yakety yak.
Right? Tell me more. Tell me more.
Amen, brother.
Don't
I think I'm going to peace out. Deuce out.
It's been a wonderful stream. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Until next week, we've been Cardboard Odysseys. Thank you for the cardboard conversation. Have a great night. Bye.
See you later.